Hello! Today I will be showing StarCraft 1. This is my bot, AILien, playing against three other bots. Well, actually it's only two other bots. These games were played on scait.com, which runs 24/7 stream that where bots play against each other, and as the author of one of these bots you can download the replays that your bot was involved in. So for the last night I have 3 replays where my bot was involved, and I want to watch them now, and since I haven't seen them yet before, I want to record it so someone else can also enjoy this if this is your thing. Okay, the Zerg bot here is my bot, and this is, I think it was LetaBot. Yeah, LetaBot is one of the strongest bots out there, so I don't expect my bot to actually compete. Let me increase the speed a little bit early on. Unfortunately, I do not have the overlay from my bot in a replay, so I don't know what it thinks. In the overlay it tells me what his general strategy plan is, what units it wants to go for, and such. My bot works like this. It has a preset. It does not use preset strategies. It has a preset value that is its macro heaviness, I call it, and based on this value it makes decisions whether to build units or build workers and get more economy up. And let's see if LetaBot attacks my drones, because this was a big weakness that cost me 3 games yesterday that I've watched live on the stream against Thomas Weider, a Protoss carrier bot. He killed so many workers with his starting probe that my bot simply could not keep up with the macro and could not counter the carriers that came there later. In this game I'm getting up my expansion here, and yeah, I have to revert this change with the drone. I made a change that it will also attack, so I can test against my own bot what happens when it is attacked. And this usually loses the drone, and this is bad because keeping it alive, I mean against bad bots like my own, when it was when it had this fault getting a sunken up, it would be good, but against most bots it's just a bad decision. So I'm getting to lair and getting another hatchery and transferring some drones. It should normally not happen that a drone that is a gas worker should be transferred, but it just did. So here's a little standoff. This is something my bot likes to do. The bot is, I have not written this from the ground up, so don't think that I got a bot this good in such a short amount of time. I started with the Alberta bot as a baseline. The source code is freely available and it is documented pretty well, so you can do that if you want to code your own bot. But I removed and rewrote a lot of it so far, so the play style doesn't really resemble it anymore. While LetaBot also plays all 3 races, so this is very helpful. So currently, as you can see, my bot has quite a lot of minerals and gas, which means it is saving up for Mutalisks. As soon as the spire goes up, it will be building a lot of them. Yeah, not as many as I thought because it was supply blocked, obviously, but there will be quite a bunch pretty soon. And one of the last changes I made was I separated the attack groups. Oh, now there's a vulture. And the Mutalisks are attacking the base here. There's a bunker, and they are retreating. and they are doing quite a bit of damage, which is a good thing for me. That one muta did not act properly. As I said, I separated them from the links because otherwise they would just make the links buggy. And so now this is two groups that have their own mind. Yeah, it could do a better job about the harassment. It could pick up a lot more. I have to look into this. But it's not looking that bad. And there's a science vessel. Maybe we can see the muta split I implemented. Okay, now it's pushing out and this will probably end me. On direct engagement the mutalisks are not that great. And I don't have much else. And for some reason the split does not work. I have to look into this. It is supposed to separate itself from the other mutalisks when it is irradiated. Yeah, this will be a quick defeat, but there's 2 more games to watch. And this is over now. As I said, LetaBot is one of the strongest bots out there. It not this version, it's a slightly older version, but it also won this year's tournament or last year's tournament, which carried over into this year. So it is kinda expected that a new bot cannot really compete with it, because the amount of work that went into a bot like LetaBot is much bigger than what I have invested in my bot, and probably even if you include that I didn't write it from ground up and took something that already existed and tried to make my own interpretation of it. Well, I will speed this up. It's no use to watch them kill my buildings. Yeah, there's even a battle cruiser. Okay. Good thing is my bot did not crash. But I think it did okay. It could have done much more with the muta harass. If I improve on that part, I can probably eventually be more competitive against bots like that. And also I have to look into why the irradiate split did not work as I intended it to do. Maybe the command was overruled, the command to fly away, I mean, by something else. But I'll have to look into it. No, not play custom, load replay. And this is a game against OpprimoBot. I don't really know much about OpprimoBot. I haven't been following the not so good bots. Let's play in 2. What I know is that it plays random, so right now my bot does not know what race it plays against, but it doesn't really make decisions on what race it plays against, but rather than what units it actually sees, so it won't differ what it does based on that. The starting build order is randomized, as I said. I don't know what to expect. I think this is something with an earlier pool. Pool before Overlord, so 9 pool basically. As I said, this is not a hard-coded build order. It is dynamically generated based on some parameters. Basically, it calculates an amount of drones from when on it will start making units, and it knows that it has to get the pool a bit before that amount, and I'm pretty positive that I cannot click the egg because it's behind the Overlord. One thing that I also have to work on, okay, OpprimoBot started with Forge. This is not a dangerous opening at all, so my bot can scouted it and it's harassing the... Oh, now my bot does to other bots what my bot died to, and there's the links, and yeah, this is probably a very short game. The Zealot was taken out. The probes don't care that they are murdered by my Zerglings. And my bot is building more hatcheries, so it's committing to a low level Ling attack. As you see, there's some nice micro in the Lings. This was not in the base bot. I added that recently, that a Ling that has been damaged will be pulled out for a short moment, so they can survive much better against Zealots. It's not too useful against greater amounts of Zealots. Now my bot is also expanding and getting a bit of gas, so it's not stuck with the Ling build order, but as long as it can't make anything else, it will just pump Lings, and now it's a Hydralisk then. And but this game is already over, more or less, so you can see my bot winning this time. And there's one more game against the same opponent. This was maybe by chance. It's rather rare. There's like 30 or 40 bots, and being tied up against the same opponent twice in a row. Maybe someone set those matches up. This is possible for some of the admins of the site. They want to see how different bots do against each other, and since my bot is relatively new, they are probably excited to watch what it does. Also, the concept that I use with the randomized build orders is something that is not seen in many other bots. Okay, this time we have Protoss again. Maybe a different build order from my bot this time. Everything looking normal so far. Well, so it's not a rush build order. My bot can also do a really hardcore 4-pool rush if it randomizes the right number at the beginning that says that this is the build to go. But it doesn't seem like... yeah, this seems like a more macro heavy build. It's getting the Overlord first before getting a pool. And what is it going to get now? A pool. Okay, this is not a really macro heavy build, because in those ones it would have built the hatchery first, but even then it will get a pool right after, because otherwise it will die to too many rushes. I could let it play extremely greedy, let it go all the way to the... I have set the limit of 75 workers, I mean, which it could theoretically go to before building anything else, but this will most likely make you lose every game. So expansion here, and yeah, it's too sad if the bots cannot defend. I will maybe leave it on so I get some cheap victories out of that. I mean, it doesn't work against any of the better bots. Yeah, this is also a very short game. I mean, it's not like those Zerglings are super early, but they are driven off now by this Zealot. They don't want to fight it. So what is my bot doing at home? It's getting another hatchery, a macro hatchery. The Zerglings retreating. And it is taken down. The Zealot, that is. And I'm getting a layer, so my bot probably wants to go for Mutas. And another macro hatcher. Yeah, it probably does make too many macro hatchers. Now there's a Dragoon and a cannon out, so this game will be a little longer, not won by the initial rush, and my bot has to do a little bit more. Yeah, doing that kind of micro against goons is not that useful. I might consider that in the future, getting another What is my bot going for now? Another expansion. So it might want to get some... Oh, okay, it's getting some sunkens up. Because it has slumped a bit on the units, now it has to pull the workers to defend. But the sunkens are up now, so it's an easy hold. It will react to what... even if it goes for many... Okay, now it's getting a spire, so it will get a lot of mutalisks. And there's more dragoons pushing out. I don't think it has enough supply for all of these, and has to fight with the drones again. And now they are going to this expansion over there, or they try to. There is a metric that says when there's enemies near, don't saturate this this base. And now it spent all its minerals, and there's the mutalisks. And they're going to town with those dragoons, with the circling support, which is, well, only one circling, but because there's so much gas, it will like to spend more gas on the mutalisks, most likely. Yeah, some of the drones getting back to equalize the saturation. And it looks like I have this in my bag. Yeah, this is the right thing. This mutalisk that is damaged should not get back into combat with this cannon. This is also a change I made. Normally they would just do this dance. This was a pre-programmed LetaBot behavior. And now adding some links to get down the buildings quicker. Mutalisks are very mobile, but they are not cost effective when it comes to killing buildings. For that purpose, zerglings are much better. And there's a hydralisk added in as well. And more hydralisks getting here. No upgrade, maybe it is already done, or there's not enough hydralisks yet that it thinks the upgrade should be made. Oh, but maybe it's already done. No, now the upgrade is being researched for speed first. And my Zerg units kill his base. And they have quite a bit of minerals over. Yeah, that was it for my first StarCraft video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will probably be making more of that. I didn't want to start making them when my bot was playing really bad. At the beginning it was really bad, but now I feel kinda good about how it plays so far. There's still a lot of things to do, like for example making upgrades. It cannot build all units yet. It has no clue how to use a lurker, for example. This is something I'll have to add in the future, but right now it can use zerglings, hydralisks, mutalisks and ultralisks, and will do so according to its programming evaluation of what unit should be built in the situation. So I think it's one unit for every possible scenario there. Maybe I need guardians. Yeah, guardians are a thing that I want to implement next, when to build them, but I guess that the logic will be to not go too guardian heavy most of the time, but for testing purposes I will set it to build a guardian build. But as I said, that's it for this video, and yeah, I will see you when you want to see more of that. Maybe if I make more of that, I'm not a real YouTuber, so as you might see with some other videos where I start 2 episodes of a Dominus Galaxia game and then don't even finish it. But that was just because I thought that this game was won already, most likely, and I didn't want to do the mob up phase.